Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Shri Krishna Om Agyantimirandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 verse number 6. Na cha etat vidmah kataranho gariyaha yatva jayem yadi vano jayeyuhu yan ev hatva na jiji vishamas te avasthitaha pramukhe dhartrashtraha. I do not know what is better for us, to conquer them or to be conquered by them. Even after killing them, we will not desire to live. Yet they have taken the side of Dhritarashtra and now stand before us on the battlefield. So further explaining his dilemma about whether to fight in this battle or not, specifically because elders such as Bhishma Pitamaha and teachers like Guru Dronacharya and Kripacharya are on the side of Duryodhan, Arjun is further stating in this verse that he does not know what is a better option. Is it better to fight with them and to conquer them, or is it actually better to get defeated by them? So in case we conquer them and we get all the worldly enjoyment, he stated in the previous verse that we will still not be happy because this enjoyment will be smeared with their blood, and we will never be able to forgive ourselves. That sense of guilt will constantly prick our consciousness and will make our living very miserable. And on the other side, if we get conquered by them, then we will have no kingdom. We will either be imprisoned or be killed. And even though I am personally okay with it, my family members will be left destitute. My family members will have no place to go. They'll have no kingdom. They'll have no wealth and nothing to look forward to in their life. So I'm not sure that even though it is okay with me to go through defeat, be conquered, and even be killed, I am not sure if I can subject my other family members to the same situation or eventuality. So these conflicting thoughts are going on in the mind of Arjun, and because of these conflicting thoughts, he is becoming more overwhelmed and frustrated. It seems to him that either way there is going to be problem. It's almost as if you are walking on a thin edged surface, and on one side there is a deep ocean with ferocious whales and crocodiles, and on the other side there's a deep ditch with ferocious snakes. So either way you fall, you're going to be in trouble. So Arjun is feeling the same way. We also face similar situations in our life where either option that we have in front of us does not seem to be the right one. Many times in our life, the choices are very clear which way we want to go. But the moment we have situations where there are two choices and both choices are equally difficult and we do not want to go one way or the other, it makes us very confused, overwhelmed, frustrated. This is the situation of an unstable mind. For example, sometimes if there is a family feud or a feud with one of your close friends, for example, he may, because of some reason, a family member or a friend may file a lawsuit against you or some other type of court case. Now, on one hand, you want to fight that because you want to protect yourself and your interest. On the other hand, if you fight and win, or otherwise you lose that relationship. And we say this happens all the time. You must have heard of stories or something like this must have happened to someone that you know. And situations are most difficult when it is fight between friends and family members, because on one side you don't want to lose them, on the other side you are faced with the situation that if you don't counter, then you will lose either your home, your wealth, or something else. And here Arjun is also faced with his own family members, especially grandfather Bhishma and his spiritual teachers, and he is not able to decide what is the right thing to do. In spiritual life also, in the initial stages, when our devotion or bhakti is not very strong, it is unstable, called anishtita, it is unsteady. We face different stages or different situations that are described by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur very nicely in his book called Madhurya Kadambani. These 6 are called Utsaha Mahi, which means false confidence where one may be puffed up with enthusiasm. The second stage is called Ghan Tarla, which means sporadic endeavor. Sometimes we are very diligent and sometimes we are negligent. We see that in spiritual life also, that sometimes we are very excited to perform different austerities, chant, listen to Harikatha, but then other times we are not that enthusiastic, we are negligent towards that. The third one is called Vyudh Vikalpa or indecision. Indecision where the mind is not able to decide what is better for me. Should I renounce and give up household and go and live in the ashram, or should I stay with my family? This is one example. There are many other similar situations one faces where either decision seems right or wrong and one is not able to decide what is the right thing to do. One is not able to decide that is it right for me to renounce everything now, or should I first enjoy various sense enjoyments, and once I start experiencing and realizing that these are only the source of unhappiness and trouble, at that time I give things up. Because if I give any sense gratification up right now, it may be immaturely giving up, and then I may fall back into them again. The other part of the mind says, no, the instructions of the scriptures say that we should not engage in sense gratification, so give it up right now. So like this, the mind wavers between should I do this, should I do that, should I do this, should I do that. This is called Vyudh Vikalpa or an indecisive state. This is exactly what Arjun is experiencing. There are 3 other parts of unsteady devotional life. We will discuss them later on also, but just briefly, the 4th one is called Vishay Sangra, where one struggles with the senses and his inability to give up sense enjoyment. The fifth one is called Niyam Kshama, where one is unable to uphold vows which result in inability to improve in one's devotional service. And finally, the sixth one is called Tarang Rangini, where one starts to enjoy the facilities offered by bhakti. For example, if you become a devotee, become a good speaker, a lot of people may start following you. That may bring a lot of material gain, worship, and position. So one starts to enjoy them at a subtle level. And this actually is very detrimental to progress in spiritual life. So Arjun's mind is also very unsteady, unstable. He is a Kshatriya, where he knows that his duty is to never give up, to never run away from the battle. But at this point, his sense of duty as Kshatriya is getting challenged with his sense of honor for his elders. So that Kshatriya and that devout person within him are having a fight. Srila Swami Maharaj in his purport says that all these considerations by Arjun definitely proved that not only was he a great devotee of the Lord, but he was also highly enlightened and had complete control over his mind and senses. His desire to live by begging, although he was born in the royal household, is another sign of detachment. He was truly virtuous, as these qualities combined with his faith in the words of instructions of Sri Krishna indicate. It is concluded that Arjun was quite fit for liberation. And then we will see in the next verse that now that Arjun has come to this point of indecisiveness, not able to decide what is the right thing for him to do, he will surrender at the lotus feet of Krishna and ask him to tell him what is the right path for him to follow. When we face such dilemmas in life, when we face such situations in life, we should also take shelter of Guru, the scriptures, and the acharyas or senior devotees to help us show what is the right path, instead of getting overwhelmed by the thoughts of our mind in the web of our mental, speculative, indecisive thoughts. We should take shelter of senior devotees and intelligent Vaishnavas who can show us the right path. Hare Krishna, Radhe Radhe. Have a very blessed day.